EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. By using this technique, you must agree to take full responsibility for your own well-being. EFT is not meant to replace appropriate medical treatment or mental health therapy. So what is EFT? EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. EFT is a gentle tapping technique where you tap on specific points on the body while tuning into an emotional issue that has been causing a disturbance in the body's energy system. This disturbance is called negative emotions. Negative meaning something uncomfortable, and emotion meaning energy in motion. So by tapping these points that are derived from the ancient art of acupuncture and acupressure while tuned into a past emotional issue, balance in the energy system can be restored, bringing with it relief from physical and psychological problems. Let's start with the basic instructions for applying EFT. And if you have not received the EFT instructions leaflet with this recording, you can download it for free at www.walkingtall-hypnotherapy.com. So let us begin with the tapping points. The first point is called the karate chop point, and it is located on the side of either hand where the little finger is. And just as it is called, it is the fleshy side of the hand used in karate. Now what I would like you to do is begin tapping this point with the index and forefinger of the opposite hand. You may use either hand. There is no wrong way to do this, as it is a very forgiving technique. Tap this point at least 7 times, and each of the following other points. The next point is the eyebrow point, and this is located on the inside edge of the eyebrow, close to the bridge of the nose. Again, either side will do, whatever feels right or comfortable for you. Tapping this point with the index and forefinger 7 times. The next point is the side of the eye. This point is located on the bone on the outside edge of the eye socket. Tapping this point again with the same 2 fingers 7 times. The next point is under the eye. Again, this is on the bone on the underside of the eye socket. Tapping again 7 times with the same 2 fingers. Next we have under the nose. This point is under the nose between the nose and the top lip. Again, tapping here 7 times. Now moving on to the chin point. This is located in the dip between the lower lip and the chin. Tap here 7 times also. The next point is the collarbone point. To find this point, run your finger from your chin down your neck to about where a man ties a necktie, and you will notice a V where both collarbones meet. Now from the center of this V, run your finger up either side until you notice where the bone angles off towards either shoulder. And it is at the tip of the bone where it angles off on either side. This is where to tap. This is what we call the collarbone point. Tap here 7 times. Next, I would like you to pat under your arm, on either side with the palm of your hand, along the line where a lady's bra strap would be. Pat here 7 times. This is called the underarm point. And the last point is located on top of the head, around where a girl would have a hairband cross her head. Pat here with the palm of your hand 7 times. Now, if you need to go back over this section to familiarize yourself with the points before moving on, please do so now. People often feel undeserving or unworthy of having good experiences in their lives. And while there may be many thoughts and feelings attached to that undeserving or unworthy feeling, but the thought and the feeling that cause that the most is guilt. Now, guilt may not be noticed on the surface to be the cause of that feeling of being unworthy. But just take, for example, an angry person who has just been very angry. They may feel unworthy or undeserving because of their uncontrollable anger. But to translate their feelings of being unworthy because of that anger, you would come up with one word, and that word is guilt. Then there is the person who may have done something wrong, or perhaps said something bad to someone, or about someone. Or maybe the person who as a child was insecure and became a bully, but now has no need to do that. Or perhaps a person who may have taken something that didn't belong to them. Now, when they find themselves feeling undeserving or unworthy of good experiences in their lives, because they still hold on to the guilt of those past actions. So I would like you to just stop for a moment and think now that the past is over, and by having those feelings of guilt means you would not want to act in that way again. Those old feelings of guilt. The answer is forgiveness. That's right, forgiveness. Most people do not realize that forgiveness of the self is the key to releasing guilt of past actions that they would not do again today. And if they had their life to live over, they would not react in that way. And by forgiving yourself and releasing any guilt, you attract and create more of what you want in your life, because you will begin to react, think and feel in the moment, not on past thoughts and actions. Alright, so to begin releasing that guilt over those past actions, that if you had a choice again, you would never do that again, I would like you to bring to mind any time you felt undeserving or unworthy. Now, what was it at that time that made you feel that way? What thoughts did you have at that time that made you feel undeserving? And maybe as that comes to mind, noticing any feelings of past guilt attached to that feeling or thought. Noticing that thought, that feeling coming to mind once again, relating to that feeling of being unworthy or undeserving. That's it. Now I would like you to measure on a scale of 0 to 10 of intensity of feeling unworthy at that time. Now whatever number pops to mind is the right one. There's no need to go searching for the right answer. Whatever pops to mind is the right one for working on this issue. Alright. Whatever number that popped to mind of those feelings of being undeserving or unworthy, I would like you to begin tapping on the karate chop point while saying after me, even though I have these undeserving feelings, I forgive and accept myself. And again while continuing to tap on the karate chop point, even though I have these undeserving feelings, I forgive and accept myself. And one more time. Even though I have these undeserving feelings, I forgive and accept myself. Now I would like you to begin tapping on the eyebrow point and each other point while saying after me, those unworthy feelings. Side of the eye, those unworthy feelings. Under the eye, those unworthy feelings. Under the nose, those unworthy feelings. Chin point, those unworthy feelings. Collarbone, those unworthy feelings. And top of the head, those unworthy feelings. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs, releasing that now. And as you do that, measuring once again on a scale of 0 to 10 any remaining undeserving feelings, and if while you were releasing that guilt by forgiving yourself now, you found your mind wander to other times you felt that, I would like you to return to the beginning of this track, making sure to stay focused on forgiving and releasing guilty and unworthy feelings attached to only one issue at a time, as you can play this track as many times as you wish to realize you are a worthwhile and deserving person. Okay, assuming you have a remaining number of intensity, let us continue to release all that now. By beginning to tap on the karate chop point while saying after me, even though I have this remaining feeling of being unworthy, I deeply and completely accept myself. And again, even though I have this remaining feeling of being unworthy, I deeply and completely accept myself. One more time. Even though I have this remaining feeling of being unworthy, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now I would like you to begin tapping on the eyebrow point while saying after me, remaining feelings. Side of the eye, remaining feelings. Under the eye, remaining feelings. Under the nose, remaining feelings. Chin point, remaining feelings. Collarbone, remaining feelings. Under the arm, remaining feelings. And top of the head, remaining feelings. Take a deep breath in, once again, releasing all that now. And as that happens, making sure that you are at 0 by measuring once again 0 to 10. And should you not be at 0, move on to the mopping up track to clear up the tiny fragments that remain.